heroic minds forged in the dark recesses of our own parents' basements, once again seeking gold and glory with character sheet in hand and dice at the ready. Join us for an evening of high adventure.
So it's if you've got your graph paper out and your pencils so you can map wherever you're going, because I know that's exactly what you guys are doing, right? Brucey's got it. You open the door and it's a hallway. It's 20 feet long by 10 feet wide. And affixed to the innermost, which would be the right-hand side of the wall from when you're entering, is a ladder leading up to a closed seashell. If you remember, all the doors in this place are giant seashells. A seashell hatch in the ceiling. Upon closer inspection, you find the ladder is covered with looks like a spongy material of a pale gray color. And then there's another door at the opposite end of the hallway.
Are all doors seashells?
So far, they have been.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna try and draw a map, but then I immediately lost track of it.
There's a hallway with a door at the end and a ladder that goes up to a seashell hatch.
Yep.
But that's out of the 20 by 20 room?
It's a 20 feet long by 10 feet wide.
Oh, 20 by 10.
Yep.
And the ladder is very squishy.
The ladder looks like it's covered in a pale gray spongy material.
Okay, spongy.
So the ladder is... Well, where does the hallway come in?
Well, all right. So when you went up the tendrils, if you start in the middle of your map that you're creating,
Okay.
there was a little hatch. And then that room was 20 by 20 that had the spherical metallic bugs in it.
That was a 20 by 20.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a door on the west hand side of that 20 by 20 entry room, and a door on the east side directly opposite in the middle of both walls. You guys went through the west door and walked into a large room that was, as you walk in, it's 40 feet north and south by 20 feet east and west, but the western wall was curved outward.
Meaning like a convex.
Yes. And that was the room that had all the barrels of dried meats and pickled eggs and that in various containers.
Okay.
So on the eastern wall of that room, right in the middle, that's the door you came through.
Yes.
So if you look 20 feet north of that, well, there's another door on the northern part of that wall and one on the southern part.
Okay.
So then you guys went through that northern door, and that's this hallway we're talking about.
Okay.
So
and the dimensions of the hallway?
The hallway is flush against the first room you came in, so it's 20 feet long, which is the same width of the room you came in, and then 10 feet wide, so that would be 10 feet north and south and 20 feet east and west. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And there's a door on the opposite end of that hallway, and a ladder on the inner side or southern wall of that hallway.
Okay.
So is it the door or the spongy ladder?
Spongy ladder is on the wall that's on the south, and the door is on the far other end of the hallway.
I say let's keep going higher.
Yeah, let's ascend.
Going to ascend.
Yeah.
All right.
Going up.
Who's going up?
All of my whole team is going up.
All right.
Everybody up the goddamn ladder.
Am I playing 5 characters now, or just Leon until he dies?
Oh, yeah. So as you enter this room, you hear a noise from behind you. And most of your guys are still in that room with the food. And you look back through the door you just came into, that shell, and you can see more people coming up through that hatch. So more villagers. You see a group of, you see 2 elves and a dwarf and another human. Justin will have to role play those guys, but that's Justin's new group.
Oh, okay.
And they probably start picking through the dead bodies in that first room and looking aghast at the carnage.
They seem really upset.
All right. So, shall I assume, Ashley, that Esmeralda is your lead character?
Yep. She's calling the fucking shots. She's a boss bitch. She's a feminist.
Okay. Did you guys get any dice by any chance?
I have no dice.
Okay.
Or dice.
I have a handy dandy dice roller.
Is that an app?
Right. Well,
It's
Ashley,
Google.
as soon as you grab that ladder, your hands squish the spongy material, and a spray of caustic liquid comes squirting out right in your face. So let's roll a reflex save. All right, so when stuff like this happens, you look at your character sheet, and you've got saving throws right here. It's titled saves. You got reflex, fortitude, and will.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so in order to be able to dodge this spray, you have to get you have to roll a reflex save. Now your character Esmeralda is not too quick, so I'm gonna subtract 1 from the roll here.
Okay.
Yeah, that was not good. So
Oh no.
it sprayed you full on. So let's see how much damage it did to you.
So what was this that sprayed Esmeralda?
It was just a clear liquid, but it's very caustic. It burns her for 8 points of damage and just completely melts her face off of her body.
Damn it.
Man, I was hoping Esmeralda was going to make it.
Yeah, but what am I gonna do now?
Do you have any healing herbs?
I don't think that would matter at this point. The rest of you recoil in terror.
Okay, so I need to can I give her possessions away?
Sure can.
Okay. I think that I'm gonna give them to Waylon. So that, do I need to tell you what it is? It's 44 copper pieces.
You can just record it.
Okay.
I'm not going to keep track of your guys' equipment as closely as you should.
Okay.
So you probably wouldn't notice a few hundred gold pieces here and there.
Well, now, I'll keep at least one eye on your stuff. Oh crap.
I would like to attack everything with my sword of devastation.
Okay.
I tried printing, but
Can I give her dagger away too? Her weapon?
it didn't work out well.
Any equipment that you want to redistribute, you're welcome to.
Okay.
Her money, her tarot deck, her flask.
Yeah, that is all redistributed now.
Okay.
Okay.
So while Esmeralda's tragically melted body sits there steaming from the spray of caustic liquid,
Maybe we shouldn't go up that ladder.
Yep. I would say that it's probably a good idea unless you're somebody that has a big reflex.
Nemo
Yep.
the Elven Falconer has a not very good reflex.
what's his name?
Nemo.
Nemo.
N-E-M-O.
Oh, Nemo.
I have some dudes with some 0 reflex if you want me to send one of them up the ladder.
Are any of them dirty halflings?
Nope. Nope,
Well, he's got
a-
Wally. Wally's a halfling.
Let's send the tax collector up there.
Yo, what's up, Stu?
Hey.
Hello, Governor.
Oh,
Hello?
he's connecting.
I decided earlier I want to start saying howdy more.
Howdy.
Like, I'm a southerner, god damn it. I should be saying howdy to people.
Yeah.
Now, do
Howdy,
you want
doggy.
to say howdy or you want to say hattie?
Hattie.
Well, let's start with the former and work on the latter.
Okay.
Need a hat, too. Hattie.
Well, this is what happens when I don't shave for like 3 weeks. So, and I don't feel like you can wear a cowboy hat without some sort of like nice mustache.
There's plenty of clean-shaven cowboys out there.
In Brokeback Mountain.
Thank you, sir. I was gonna say something in a much more offensive manner. Like
Right,
I feel like people with my facial hair shouldn't be allowed near schools.
Well, I don't think it's the facial hair, but
Fair enough.
and in
What up,
contrast, good lord, look at that facial hair.
Hey,
Go
man.
off.
All right, so to get you up to speed, Stu, we're in this hallway, and there's a ladder with spongy material on it, and Ashley stepped up with Esmeralda, the fortune teller, leapt on top of that ladder, and a bunch of acid sprayed onto her out of the sponge, and just completely melted her face.
I did not see that coming.
Well, you know what's funny is that the fortune teller didn't see that coming. Maybe the fortune teller should have done a fortune telling.
I should have.
Yeah.
I did throw the hangman's card last time, if you recall.
Yeah, that's true.
Perhaps
throw
it
that-
was for thee.
I throw that every night at my wife. It's not that good.
Is that a patented maneuver?
I'm sorry.
Everyone's out of the jellyfish now.
No, we're still in it.
We're in the jellyfish.
We
Oh, okay.
decided to venture
Went through
in
one of the
further.
doors. Okay.
Now there's another door on the opposite end of this hallway, and there's also doorways back the way you came.
And so far, we know the ladder's poison.
Yeah.
The ladder appears to be dangerous.
Now the problem is we don't know if the ladder, if it just does that one time, and then you can climb up after that. How do you know in this game if you're supposed to keep it on?
how you would know that is how you would know anything. And I mean, I can't give you an answer. It's trial and error, I suppose.
Okay.
I mean, what if you want, you can probably role play something if you have a character you think might have some knowledge about spongy ladders. Then you can. I'm open to any suggestions here that you guys want to do.
I don't. I mean, my first instinct is to now avoid the ladder because I died from it.
But was
it's
it
like
just
there's got to be something good up there.
And was it just a one-time trap?
Right.
Like, did she trigger the trap and now?
Well, let's send the tax collector up there.
Did we see what it was that actually squirted? Like, what the mechanism was that squirted at her?
When she grabbed onto that sponge, it came squirting out of the sponge.
Oh, so we don't really have an indicator that it wouldn't do it again.
You don't. I mean, not without closer inspection.
Let's go inspect the ladder and see if we can figure out what's going on.
So you got to tell me how you're going to inspect the ladder, because the last time you guys inspected the ladder, you just leapt on top of it willy-nilly. So
I would like to go and look at the ladder. Would you like? Are we doing single characters now?
I mean, you can handle it however you want. It's just I recommended that you guys
Move as a team.
Don't leave one of your characters down on the ground and send another one up into the tendrils and leave the other one somewhere else. You want to keep your group together.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, also, Stuart, Toons, I don't think Toons is joining us at all, but I gave 4 more characters to Justin to kind of make up for it. So Toons' guys are just milling around, chewing on dried meat and pickled eggs in that big room you guys found, and then these 4 new characters came crawling up up the tendrils.
Hey, let me ask you, what is the dwarven ability infravision?
That is you can see in the dark.
Okay.
As if it were normal vision.
So, Nemo, the elven falconer, goes to inspect the spongy material to see if he can identify it.
Okay. Let's see. Open falconer.
I figured he has heightened senses and iron vulnerability, and there doesn't appear to be any iron.
All right. Well, let's say your falconer. You've got an elven falconer and an elven forester, and
right.
Let's say they converse, maybe, and they've between the two of them, they've heard of molds and fungi and these types of spongy things that naturally that can be poisonous or toxic to people, and they say this must be something like that.
Okay, so we should probably stay away from the ladder.
I'd like to eat it.
All right, so Brucey's character is... He gains 20 hit points.
9999 attack. All right, so are we gonna turn around and go back the other way? There's a lot more doors to go through.
Yeah. We're in the same, we're all in the same room, so we just would need to decide if there's a door that we want to go through.
Well, I'm gonna have one of you send me the map that you've done at the end of the night, because I'm in no state.
Right.
Well, what faith do you put in a woman's sense of direction?
That's a good
I thought you
question.
were a feminist.
No, Esmeralda the feminist is a dead bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, she
that's
died. Because I'm looking at this and then I'm thinking like Alex Jones. I have to say, I'm kind of retarded.
It's that old meme of I don't protect her. Was like, I don't protect her because she needs me to. I protect her because she's retarded or something along those lines.
Exactly. So you probably don't want me as your map drawer, but I will give it a try.
Well, I will say that I've been watching Bruce, and I feel like he's keeping pretty good track too.
Bullshit. I'm pretending.
I would like
I've been
to.
seeing a lot of scribbling.
I would
I
like
got a
to
hallway with
compare.
a door and a ladder.
So
Hey,
this
that's
is,
what I have.
this is mine so far. Do you see the tentacles and the hatch?
Okay.
But
I
I
like it.
think I don't think it's right.
I'll buy that.
I'll sell it to you. I'm putting it on eBay, so I need to get some bids going.
If you really want to make money off of it, tell people, like, add in the description, like, I stepped on this and it was, and then like add pictures of your feet with the photo. But don't forget my 10% commission.
Because you're my foot pimp.
.com.
Oh, anyway,
Yep.
Keel.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, we should go through a door.
All right. You want to go through the door on the other end of the hallway?
Yeah, because it's only the door that we came through and the door on the other end now, correct?
Yeah, and that room is too small for all of your characters to be in there.
Oh, okay.
After Esmeralda got melted, I assumed that you weren't going to be all crowded around that ladder very closely.
Okay, that's a good point.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room in that big warehouse full of food. But so you want to go across the hallway?
I think so. What do y'all think?
Let's do it.
All right. So you carefully step over the still melting face of Esmeralda's corpse and make your way to the giant seashell in the wall on the opposite side of the room. As you push that door open, you enter another large chamber. It says, this chamber has a curved far wall, creating a hemispherical chamber, just like the larger one on the other side. The room is dark, and the air smells of unidentifiable spicy odors.
Ooh.
A few long tables are placed about the room, and hanging baskets containing blossoming plants dangle from the flourished ceiling.
Mm.
On each table is a collection of broken stones, odd metal fragments, and curious vessels like bulb-shaped vases and clay jugs resembling unrecognizable bodily organs. Set against the wall through which you entered are 3 metal stands, each holding a baggy garment seemingly intended to cover the wearer's entire body. A hood with a plate of glass stitched into it droops down over the chest of each garment, and a pair of bronze gauntlets hangs from a belt around each waist.
Ooh.
Standing on a low platform near the northern end of the room is a large, jagged stone, orange in color. Scratches and carvings decorate the surface of the 8-foot diameter rock.
So the suits are clearly to go up the ladder safely, right?
Oh.
Let me give you while you linger on that for a second, let me give you the dimensions of this larger room as your guys start to filter in. It is 40 foot north and south by 20 foot east and west with a curved far wall. So it's a mirror image of the room on the with all the food. So then there's a door. The door you came in from is on the northern part of that wall, the western wall. There's another door in the middle of the western wall, and another door on the southern part of that wall.
And how many of these suits are there?
3.
3.
Who's going up?
Can you describe the cloaks again?
Yes. All right, I'll read that paragraph again. Set against the wall through which you entered are 3 metal stands, each holding a baggy garment, seemingly intended to cover the wearer's entire body. A hood with a plate of glass stitched into it droops down over the chest of each garment, and a pair of bronze gauntlets hangs from a belt around each waist.
That really sounds to me like the perfect attire for sponge shooting base acid.
Yeah, let's do it.
Skull.
So maybe we can have one character each that will have take the cloaks.
Yeah, so there's 3. There's 3 cloaks, so send 3 people up there.
Yeah.
I'll send Setzer the gambler.
Ooh, I
You
like
guys
that.
are gonna climb inside these garments.
Yeah, Setzer's gonna put a garment on and follow the other 2. Or he'll go
Right.
first.
Okay.
When
And
you,
wi-
let me give you some descriptive text here. When you start climbing into the suit, you realize that the interior is lined with some kind of strange moss. It's kind of moist.
Epox.
Well,
And,
now
I mean,
you have me
it's-
worried.
Well, you touch it and it's fine.
Okay, so it's not spitting acid at us?
It's not.
Okay, Setzer's a gambler. We'll take the gamble.
yeah. I'm gonna have Waylon put a cloak on, or a suit.
Okay. So, Waylon
Glick
and the
up there.
gambler. Who else is putting one on? Or are they?
Glick can do it.
Which one is Glick?
Tax collector?
Is that Jiminy Glick?
No, I named all my guys after George Carlin characters.
Yeah. Okay.
Glick was in Dogma?
Was that guy's name?
Cardinal? The Cardinal?
Oh, the Cardinal Glick. Okay.